So, what do you think about this one? Will the defense win again? Or will the murderer escape, and Maya will be declared guilty?
You know very well she won't be declared guilty. Because she was with us in Maggie Bird and Richard Wellington's case.
Yeah, what a pain. Why the hell did you have to go back in time and do this case now? It ruins the suspense.
I don't know. The script said so. Unless we're in a different timeline. Nah, this isn't Zero Escape. Let's just drop the subject. I do feel like I have everything I need to piece this entire thing together, but I need to think about it a little more.
Wanna give it a try?
I sure will. First, let's start from the idea of Morgan and Annie in cahoots and wanting Dr. Gray dead, because of their own separate motives. Morgan's motive would be to put Maya in jail so that she can be the only one who will be chosen as the new master, and Annie's would be to avenge her sister's death by killing Gray. Both their motives would collide there.
Well, you have the why, but now the biggest question is how? More specifically, what do you think about the costume switching?
Well, we know that the costume with the hole was on Maya when she got arrested. That was after Morgan sent us all outside. And that time, Morgan switched the costume. Hold on a second. It doesn't have to be this complicated. Hold on. Let me think of something else first. One thing I can say for sure is that the clothing box was not inside the room the day of the murder, where it should be, but instead it was inside the channeling chamber. Proof of that is the bullet hole in the clothing box at exact 8 inches from the ground, meaning that the box was behind the folding screen when the shots happened. Why? Because that way the true murderer would be hidden inside it. Maya and Lada checked behind the folding screen, but they never thought of checking the clothing box. That is how the murderer got inside the chamber, with Maya and Gray getting in afterwards.
Okay, so with that information, does it help you in any way to simplify the case?
It simplifies things in the sense that I don't think the costume change was even necessary. Because what would the murderer have to do to make things work afterwards? Wear their own spirit channeling costume. With that, when the seance started, the murderer would only need to get out the box, stab Gray, and drug Maya. That way, the murderer could hide Maya's body in the box and more than likely yell so that Nick and the rest get in to see the murderer disguised as Maya, and then Morgan would come in to get everyone out and clean the crime scene.
But what about the gunshots? You mentioned nothing about the struggle.
That's right. What I told you was the ideal plan that they had. However, it can be that the murderer didn't even expect Gray to have a gun. So when the murderer got Maya inside the box, Gray pulled his gun and tried to shoot them, the bullet missing the target and went in through the box, threw Maya's sleeve on the costume, and then the murderer quickly ran to Gray to finish him off with a gun. And the rest is history from there, with Morgan only needing to take the murderer's costume off of them.
So you're saying that the costumes never got switched?
Exactly. Cause if we are to think of it the other way around, that the murderer had the costume with a bullet in it, then that would mean Dr. Gray shot them, bullet piercing the costume, then Gray gets finished off with the second shot. Then, the murderer would have to switch the costumes with Miles and put her body back in the box before Nick would burst in. Between the last shot and when the doors opened, there is no way for the killer to have done all the switcheroo in time. At least, with my initial thought, the murderer didn't have to do anything else after Gray got shot, only had to wait for Nick and the rest to burst in.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that when Gray shot first, he missed and the bullet went through the box, and Maya was inside too.
Oh god. Maya was this close to getting killed there by accident.
One other thing though. Why do you keep referring to them as the murderer, instead of just Eni all this time?
I don't have any conclusive evidence as of now, but I feel like we're talking about sisters switching their roles. I mean, why else do you think Eni actually went through a special kind of operation when she was transferred to Hardy's clinic? But I'm gonna need to think about this a little more, and the trial is about to start, so we should get to it. I have done what I had to do. Now, it is time for someone else to show up in the trial.
Oh, for the love of God, please don't do this again.
Noby here, ready to bless your day with happiness and magic.
Oh, good Christ. Well, let's see how much MP you're gonna have left once you confront Franziska.